Hey everyone, welcome to your meditation. I am so glad that you have taken the time to do this today. Settle in. So you can do this meditation seated. If you prefer to lie down, absolutely fine. Get your body as comfortable as it can be. And you can lower the gaze away from the screen or maybe close the eyes completely if that feels okay. And then maybe just deepen the breath a tiny little bit. Doesn't have to be dramatic. Just think about using a little bit more of your lung capacity here. And I'd like to take a moment here to recognize the fact that we are all here. I have been hearing from so many people lately who are struggling to create the habit of meditation, yoga, mindfulness, self-care, burnout prevention. And they say, I want to do it. I know I need to do it. And yet I can't seem to make it happen. And that's because committing to this kind of thing is really difficult. So take the win here. So often we move the goalposts on ourselves. So I don't care how long it's been since you meditated last. I just care that you are here right now. Great job. So notice if there's anywhere in the body that you want to bring a little bit more ease. Maybe you need to relax through the jaw a little bit or soften the belly. Smooth out the forehead or relax all those little muscles around the eyes. Holding tension in the body, holding our stress, our anxiety, our worry in our muscles is a habit that a lot of us have cultivated over years and decades of practice. So we can replace that habit with finding a little bit more ease in the body. Even if you need to return to the body 20 more times throughout this practice today, it's fine. That's how we create a habit, is repetition. every time we notice that the mind has wandered. And the mind is planning out the weekend or worrying about the thing that we said to that person 3 weeks ago. Every time you notice the distraction, every time you bring the attention back to the present moment, sensation in the body, connecting with the breath. Every time you do that, you reinforce that habit of present moment awareness. And sometimes we notice that we have habits that are not serving us. Those can be particularly hard to shift. I'm going to read you a poem that I first heard many years ago, that I had a pretty strong reaction to. It's by Portia Nelson. It's called "There's a Hole in My Sidewalk." I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I am in the same place. But it isn't my fault. It still takes me a long time to get out. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. I walk down another street. So just notice if you have any physical reaction, any mental or emotional reaction to hearing that. And if you do, let's see if we can go to observation and curiosity, not judgment. Whether you felt like you saw yourself reflected in that poem, or you thought, wow, I would never do that. Let's not go to, I loved it, I hated it. I have no opinion of it. Just notice what comes up. And can it come from a sense of compassion and curiosity? Because many of us, I will speak for myself, I've known that hole in the sidewalk has been there. It's always there. And it's very easy to claim that it's not my fault that I fell in again. And sometimes we need to fall into that hole a certain number of times before we are able to see that hole clearly, to sidestep it, and eventually choose an entirely new path for ourselves. So acknowledgement and gratitude for the fact that by being here, you are choosing to not fall into that same hole. And you are walking a new path. It is not easy. I hear from people every day that tell me that they want to, but they just can't manage it. So take the win. Acknowledge the amount of persistence and dedication it takes to be doing what you are doing right now. And let that bolster you as you continue walking down this new street. Notice if you need to make any slight adjustments to help the body find more ease. I'm going to read this to you again. I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It still takes me a long time to get out. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. I walk down another street. Portia Nelson. There's a hole in my sidewalk. It's so easy to feel helpless. To decide it's not our fault. To pretend we don't see the hole in the sidewalk. And the offering is the recognition that you are stronger than you think you are, that you have more power and influence over your path than you think you do. You're allowed to walk down a different street. We're in the final few moments of our practice here. So recommit if you need to. Deepen the breath if you need to. Find ease in the body if you need to. This is your practice. Get what you need here. Beautiful job. Take a deep breath in and a long exhale. You can let those eyes gently open. Take a stretch here. Amazing job. This is simple. This is not at all easy. Well done for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. I love practicing with you. You take good care of yourself. I'll see you next time.